Choose somebody else. Lose. See if I care. Choose me. You don't find forests like this in the East.
Let's see. Heavy armor. Talon. Okay, so that's might and vitality. Ah, I forgot this here. Okay. So tennis needs sword, dodge. Should I? Should I go dual wielding? Actually, dual wielding might be the better. Okay, Defender, Druid, Human Crusader, and Ranger. Let's see if this here works.
What is the meaning of a dream? Only Asher knows. Are they omens warning us of future tragedies? Distant memories dying in the deafening silence of the void? Or are they sometimes both? The death wish of some ancestor, bargaining with the dragons that his legacy be carried on. Last night I dreamed such a clear vision of past events. Terrible things I had wanted to forget. They refused to fade away, demanding, pleading to be told one last time. This story begins with what we now call Uriel's deception. During the fabled Elder Wars, wars that once pitched the children of the light against the children of darkness. Uriel, the great archangel, had vowed to avenge his family, slaughtered by the greatest warrior and tactician of the Faceless, Erebos, the master of assassins. For centuries, Uriel, consumed by hatred, planned his revenge. Shortly before the second eclipse, Uriel and his inquisitors provided proof that the Faceless were plotting to rekindle the fires of the ancient wars. Emperor Liam Falcon, an ambitious man, easily enthralled by the Archangel's righteous determination, declared a holy war against the children of darkness. And Uriel's own brother, the Archangel Michael, esteemed and feared general of the ancient angel host, was brought back from the dead to lead the onslaught. But Uriel's plan had one fatal flaw. He underestimated the courage and resourcefulness of the humans he had set out to use in his machinations. There were some who saw through his lies, seeing Uriel's proof as clever fabrications. The murders and sabotages of which the Faceless had been accused were his own doing. Angels cannot lie, or so the saying goes, but there's nothing written saying that they have to tell the truth. Uriel escaped the justice of the courts, but not the judgment of the dragons. Uriel, Michael, and the Emperor Liam perished in the bloody fires of the second eclipse. But a legacy remained, continuing to poison the Empire. When the true extent of Uriel's deception was revealed, the scandal nearly ripped the once great and holy nation apart. Distrust grew between the Empire and its allies. Dissentful whispers could be heard throughout the hallways of the Imperial Court. And outside of the Empire's borders, the colonies and protectorates were clamoring for independence. In an effort to calm the troubled waters, Liam's heiress, the young Empress
Christ.
Gwendolyn Falcon,
Long
proclaimed
intro.
a series of reforms that were immediately unpopular with the more conservative nobles. These tensions came to a head in the Aegean Peninsula. Once a jewel of the Falcon Crown, the great port of Carthal on the Savage Sea was threatening to secede and join the loose coalition of the Free Cities. Skirmishes were multiplying between the rebels and imperial garrisons. Brigands were stalking the trade routes, and pirates were raiding the coasts. This is a story of a particular group of adventurers who had just set foot on the peninsula for the first time, on a quest to fulfill the dying wish of their mentor. They were called raiders, but would soon be known as legends.
If I remember correctly about this game also, it was probably the first attempt for Ubisoft actually getting a community-driven game involvement. I think there was an early access to the
Do not
game.
let the name Raiders fool you. They were not mere brigands or adventurers only interested in glory and gold. They believed in a higher calling, an ideal of honor and courage. These values were the legacy of their mentor, Owen, a raider himself, and a veteran of the Battle of Hammer Fall. In a way, it was also their mentor who had led them to the Aegean Peninsula. He had been a son of Carthal, and before his tragic death, he had asked his students to bring back his ashes to the city of his birth, to be buried next to his ancestors. To honor their master's wish, they boarded the first ship willing to take them to the west. As they disembarked in the small, peaceful harbor of Sorpigal by the sea, they could not suspect how far this journey was going to take them.
Okie dokie, so here we have it. Oh, okay, good. Just want to check that my screen wasn't actually... There's some tearing in it, but it's my screen that's doing it, I think, because of vertical sync is not turned on. That's good. I fixed that, yeah. It's because, like, this stupid resolution. I need new monitors. Anyways, as you can see, it has that 3D perspective, but still is pretty much old school as it could. So we have our characters: Flint, Goldmoon, Tannis, and Sturm. And I have no idea how we play the game. We got a map. I'm guessing that, yeah, we can click on that. There's no shortcut from what I know. Escape. World map is N. Okay, what's the normal map? Nothing. Okay. And we have our keys here, which is pretty much standard MMO style. We have our journal here. We have our spellbook, which is F. Pretty cool. She has celestial armor, tangle, bold range. Let's actually see, is there threat indicator? I'm actually interested in actually. Oh, 1, 2, 5. Actually interested in actually figuring out how the companions actually go, because if we remember from, for instance, Lands of Lore or I've Beholder of Many Tiles, or for instance, Legend of Grimrock, you go on a tile, so you have your two main characters, two characters here, then you have two characters back. So that's why I chose a ranger, because I was thinking maybe they're actually going that same formation. That means that, of course, the people at the back, because we're fighting in front always, we're first-person view, they can't hit people in front, so they need like ranged weapons. That's why spellcasters and stuff like that have back, also for protection. So I was thinking it's probably the same thing, but I have a feeling maybe they're going in a straight line, or maybe we can actually change the how the formation is. That could actually be a cool add-on. But anyways, let's try to explore this game here a little bit. I'm hoping that actually there's a tutorial here that I'm actually going to show you actually how, because it is not the same as some of the other games there. There's always a little learning curve, but we get the idea how we're going to do
Ah,
this.
new faces. Very good. I suppose you arrived with the morning tide, with that boat from the east. Welcome to Sopagal by the Sea. You're raiders, are you not? Adventurers?
They should have made his hair a little bit more curly like here instead of this here flat, but yeah, okay, I've forgiven. Who are you? Oh, how rude of me. My name is Dustin. I used to be raider, but I'm retired, which is something you'll hear a lot here. Tropical is the kind of only boring and sunny place where heroes go to spend their old days when they become tired of the endless wanting and adventuring. We need to go to Cathal.
Oh, I guess the news of the current situation hasn't reached the rest of the world yet. Nobody is going in or out of Carthal.
Break the siege.
I know from a well-informed source that rebels have taken over the city. They have sealed its gates and closed the harbor, while they establish a new government.
Erlan is not far from here. Too bad we don't have time for a trip there.
Okay, looking at earn some gold, make sure for yourself. Go to the town garrison, ask for Captain Maximus. Here he's looking for muscle to hire, but I keep forgetting you're new here. Do you want me to show you around? Yes,
Welcome
please.
aboard.
Alright, let's take a little walk a little while. Come near something interesting place, I'll tell you what you need to know about it. Let's go. Okay. Some NPCs can be employed to accompany you to the party in order to provide individual services. Others may want to join your party for the duration of certain quests. You can only have a maximum of 2 companions with you. Run 4, okay, but you can fire hirelings in order to have an NPC quest be able to join your party. Okay, we have a hireling here. Yes, never mind. We don't want to talk to you right now. Okay. Let's see. Here. Okay, so let's see. There's a dog here. 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 Okay. So, let's go into the city. Okay, who goes there? Identify yourself. Raiders, eh? We're currently investigating the disappearance of several citizens. Nobody leaves the town until we find out what happened to them. If you have any complaints, take out with the Commander Maximus at the garrison. Okay. We'll do that. Okay. Let's see. Ah, that works now. Okay. Journal. Okay. Maximus at Garrison Asher. First quest Beastery. Also. Okay. Lore. Okay. A lot of stuff here. Okay. I can see some shiny items here. Arthur collects the books of the Historian of Cathal. Cathal. Where are you put? How we can do that? Don't want to do that right now. We can time that later. Let's see here. We can't do anything here. Okay. This here is probably the blacksmith, but let's see what he's saying. You don't meet many dwarves so far south. Apparently, the long beards used to have an outpost in the mountain just north of here. So some of them still live in the peninsula. How you pronounce it? I'm not sure that the turmoil stories though. In case, I'm pretty sure